views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this podcast are the content creator's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of Essex County College. The material and information presented here is for entertainment and informative purposes only. It should not be considered as professional advice or a substitute for seeking professional guidance.
Do you want to learn how to post-war?
No, not with this animation I don't.
Then learn consistency. I'll keep it simple, so save this video.
This video is anything but simple, but I guess I'll just stick with making satire and commentary videos. What do you think? Don't be that one guy who pretends to act professional on the internet. Recently I saw a video in which a guy called Tarantino a thief, but that guy has no idea what a reference means and slapped us like you're watching The Simpsons already did it and took their context too literal. And that being said, if you're ever going to start a video with forced storytelling, including a hook, and you're like, "Hi, my name is Jon Inahuazo and welcome to my 31st episode," or whatever, you ruined the pacing. So, this welcome show from Slobs will go over the many sins of rage baiting, while my parents question my life choices.
Never say "Hey guys" or "What's up everyone" while you're talking to the camera.
And there goes another guy. You know, it's welcome to greet others even if you're not making a video.
You're not talking to the crowd, you're talking to one person. It's delusional to think you're talking to thousands at once.
Either way, it's like watching a YouTube video and having it start about an intro. Several seconds later, it tells you to be authentic, relatable, and use the right language, which you could have just said formal, but you chose not to, without trying to sound more like a corporate robot.
Comment camera and I'll send you a full breakdown on how to talk to a camera without sounding like a cringe LinkedIn influencer.
Nothing correlates. Nothing correlates to an Instagram video or even a YouTube video. In other words, what kind of drugs you're taking?
The only difference between a broke editor charging $20 per show and an editor charging...
How about the only difference to gentrify the rich and the poor is to paint an accurate image of paying your editors who are trying way too hard to be a Mr. Beast wannabe? You know, Asa, that one guy who's now a classmate for game design? Well, apparently he decided to start a new production company outside of the film club, and he can monetize them online, so sucks to sucks.
It's speed, while keeping the same quality. I see a lot of editors taking 2 to 4 days to deliver a 60-second reel, and the quality is still bad.
I heard of one guy who said that you should take 20 minutes to make a video, but even if you try to post daily, then you're likely going to hear, "Just film the same thing that you're doing, but in 10 to 20 different ways to go viral." It takes me a month or two to make a single Slobs episode.
No wonder you're underpaid. No wonder you're not getting any client.
Rage bait, level 5. Reasoning. Shaming you for not being corporate enough.
Okay, but in all seriousness, do you know how disrespectful you have to be making this crap online? Sometimes, visual effects are the most complicated part of video editing, so you can't just simply hack a video editing software to learn the chroma key effect. And no, you can't just put in a background remover tool because it doesn't work all the time. No wonder why you're playing with fire.
I used to be the editor, taking the whole day just to finish a 60-second reel. Now I edit the same reel, same quality, in 3 hours or less. And no, you don't need a $5,000 MacBook, you don't need fancy tools, and you don't need more plugins. And it's not even your skill set.
So what? You're just repeating yourself, but regardless of what you're saying, this video isn't about how to slap storytelling in your next video so you can be the next voice of authority.
It's a system, a repeatable way to think, cut, and finish first without losing quality.
I know what the watermark stands for. If it's AI, I'm leaving.
So I put everything you need to edit faster in a Google Doc.
Never mind, it's just another gatekeeper.
99% of podcasters are not using the right AI tools.
And guess what? You need $149 per month to pay for his course. Because most guys are safe if they're following their savior.
After working with Logan Paul for the last 6 years, these are the 5 tools that I use every single week. First is Auphonic. It cleans your audio. It removes background noises. It removes when people are talking over each.
You can do the same thing with Adobe Podcast, but I don't want to bring this up because I once saw an ad for this product. Never cheap out on a USB or an XLR microphone, because even if they're advertising this professional tool where you don't even need a microphone, I believe it sounds better if you were to buy an SM57 and SM7B. The quality will be better than your built-in phone or computer mic. It's the reason why you see content creators wear lapel mics almost all the time. For enhancement.
Second is going to be Midjourney for thumbnails. You can make fire visuals in just minutes.
This video doesn't convince me to buy any of these products. It's like saying, Sora does amazing visuals in 30 seconds or less. Why not do a fully AI-generated podcast at this point?
Third is going to be Kling AI for motion graphics. Fourth is ManyChat. Basically, they comment.
If you know me by now, we're not going to endorse this product, so I'll move on.
How do you turn your phone microphone from sounding like this to sounding like this?
EQ your audio. Simple as that.
Comment on audio. I'll share you all the details about it.
What was the whole point of me watching this video? 0 out of 10.
Did you know? Creators don't chase virality, they chase consistency.
And already I can notice the AI straight from my home. It's easy to tell that ChatGPT wrote the script and used, it's not X, it's Y. So this is already a bad start.
Algorithms reward showing up, not one lucky hit. That's why creators batch, reuse templates, and post daily with.
This isn't CapCut, it's TikTok. And because you used the wrong logo, that's also another reason why. Regardless, I can do a slightly better job than whatever this video is talking about. Either way, moving on. These videos are an example of how many bold claims you may fall for. Literally advertise songs that will make you go viral, but you may end up having the polar opposite because you will still need a way to obtain the legal licensing for their song. For example, the key premium for this video is awful, but that's irrelevant. The chosen songs are Without Me by Eminem, Feel Good Incorporated by Gorillaz, Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar, and Dark Red by Steve Lacy, all of which are dated, but one of them is relevant because of the halftime show from 2025. Now don't ask me to play a Bad Bunny song in 2034. Here's another one. Timeless by The Weeknd and Playboi Carti, A Good Man with a Broken Heart by Low Life, and the same two songs from last time, Not Like Us and Without Me. Now it's getting suspicious. Third example, it's Without Me again. And Evergreen, I'll be honest with you, I've never heard of the song before. Not Like Us again, and Blade Runner 2049 by Synthwave Ghost. Of the 3 videos, that's like saying to use Tame Impala's The Less I Know the Better, or Mark DeMarco's Chamber of Reflection, and you still end up with nothing. The same goes for sound effects. What if I told you that the free pack of sound effects that you found from some random guy is stolen property from multiple production libraries? And how can I forget about the ones who make templates? Aside from the consistent grammar issues, using Adobe Creative Cloud is a struggle for beginners, but in this video, he's telling you that you shouldn't be animating your text manually. But to be specific, another guy is telling you to stop animating your motion graphics manually. So in other words, we're looking at laziness. But here's the thing. Did you know that the same creators who are telling you to stop animating manually are the ones who are also animating them just for you? So if you ever wonder who's the original and who's not, analyze the videos that you're watching right now to dissect their tools, and you may know their tricks. And to end things off,
content creators, if your captions look like this, nobody's taking you seriously. That's why I use the Captions FX pack to make captions stand out and effortless.
And you can find it on sparkvolt.com for $247 for all their packs, and of course, what a sellout. Moving on.
This means you had a bad hook. This means you have a weak call to action. This means your topic wasn't strong enough. This means your overall content was trash. But here's what you should be looking for. Read the captions so you learn how to fix each one.
That's one of them. You can't expect a creator to gain 15.3 million views within a day, let alone if Instagram is publishing your video to the wrong algorithm on purpose. Either way, I'm not reading your caption. Sorry not sorry. 1.3 out of 5. Next one.
This is bad hook. This is bad call to action. This is a bad topic. This is a bad content overall, but this is what you should strive for.
The only good thing about this video is how he never tells you to read the caption like the other guy. And yet, as I said previously, this video is rendered as useless content, because if you can't educate your viewers, why should I listen to you?
literally wasting your time if you're still creating content from scratch every day.
Then why bother? Because I will advise you to either delete your account and maybe reconsider why you made this video in the first place.
Instead, you're going to repost your older videos, because I did the same and I gained about 10,000 followers in the last 15 days.
So repost the content that made you successful and don't do anything about it. That's all there is. Just use destructive criticism and you'll be popular in no time. Pathetic. Wait, stop for a moment. I just realized something. So I showed you a different video that wasn't part of the script, but it had a similar hook. In this video, not only were you supposed to repost their content, but you were supposed to download them, make a copy of it, and then you treat them as a trial reel. And if it doesn't work, then you can just archive them. I mean, it's really stupid if I'm being honest, but where did that come from? No idea.
Comment tool to get the link of this website.
Then how come you showed the website that was supposed to be a secret and now you're just saying to comment on this and comment whatever? Basically, this is Snap Insta, where I mostly download all these sloppy videos just like this one. So, get exposed, I guess. I'm done. If you want to consider getting hired from the TV and film industry, please refrain from harshly insulting your viewers. Your audience is not as stupid as you think. It's not about how to improve my content for my client, but this is more about whether this topic is important to me and to you. So, to solve most of these issues, you're free to either block or restrict your account or tap on not interested. And one more thing. If you believe that you need to treat content creation as a 9-to-5 job, what are you doing with your life? Thanks for watching the nerd edition of the Slopsters. Come back next month for buzzwords that will not give you the same success rate as your guru.
This has been a production of the Essex County College Podcast Club. Copyright 2024, all rights reserved.